We're back where we belong. Back in our comfort zone, would you say?
I'd say so. Yeah. Although I don't know how you feel, but I don't feel. It just feels like it's new again for some strange reason. It's a reset, but it's the lights are a bit brighter than
They actually
used
are.
to.
Yeah,
There's a few things. It's home, but it's different. You know.
it's another chapter. You're right. It's 101. We're starting again.
Yeah.
It's a brand new century. You know, we've hit the mark.
Yep.
Now we've got to focus up and reset and go on for a big score.
Head down.
Head down.
Nothing stupid.
Let's get to lunch.
Welcome, Jekka, to another episode, a fresh start of Fine Leg to Full Forward 101. We're back at it, mate.
We're back. Another chapter in, we mentioned it a lot last episode, our rags to riches story.
Yes.
You're right, it does feel like a reset. Since our last episode in this room,
Yep.
it's been about a month.
It's crazy.
Which isn't the best thing to do when you're closing in on 100 and you're trying to build hype around 100 episodes.
Yeah.
And then you just don't do much for a month.
I remember us talking about like wanting to have decent episodes just before the 100 too, like in terms of where we rank them. Because we do. Like we're like, yeah, that was an all right one, or that was a good one, or whatever it was. And it was big. We're definitely thinking about, we're conscious of it.
We're in pretty good form, I think, before the 100.
Yeah. Let's just see if the form continues after the 100.
You're right. We've got to start again, head down. That's what we said, isn't it?
Yep. It was a great day though, wasn't it? Like it was. I don't think we obviously haven't spoken about it properly since. Highlights? It was a blur to me. Was it a blur to you?
Absolutely a blur. Yeah. Absolutely a blur. We went there on the Friday night, didn't we? And did a bit of setup.
Yep.
And I guess we didn't really realise how much we'd left ourselves to do on the Saturday. We got there 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. We gave ourselves about 4 hours to set everything up.
Plenty of time. Yeah.
I was definitely the stress head.
Yeah, we're both pretty, sort of scrambling towards the end, just like making sure, and we're like, oh shit, like, have we got this sorted? Have we got this sorted? And initially, I think we were like, yeah, we'll do most of it the day before, and we'll do like tidying up on the morning or something like that.
Yeah,
and then got around to it, and it was like, oh shit.
Yeah, we wouldn't have had all the cameras and everything set up without Ash. So thanks again, mate. Not sure if you'll hear this, but we wouldn't have been ready to go without you. Because there was a lot. It was a blur though, as you mentioned, but a lot of fun. Like it's still, I don't know about you, but it still feels weird that we actually did that.
That we got to 100, or we did that for the 100th.
I guess both. Yeah, the fact like a lot of work goes into 100 episodes, writing, recording, hosting, producing 100 episodes of a podcast. A lot of work goes into that. So the fact that we got to 100, and then the fact that, because obviously we both know how long we were toying with the idea of a live show. Yeah. A few of our close mates would be aware of it as well. Yeah, so the fact that we got to 100 and the fact that we actually did a live show, crazy, right? Can you believe it?
I think both. Like one of my cousins was talking to me about it, and it was sort of like, does it feel real that you've got to it? Because it was like, effectively, that's like 2 years of your life, like every single week, like back to back, week, and that's like, that is a huge commitment. Like that's a big achievement in that sense. Like, so like he's like, be proud of that. And I was like, yeah, like I
don't think we give ourselves enough credit
in terms of that alone, regardless of how good or how shit or whatever the content is.
That's another conversation.
Yeah. But like, the consistency, I guess, and to keep at it and everything. So yeah. We're past 100.
We are. That's enough tooting our own horn, right? That's we'll move that to the side now.
Well, I feel like, I don't know if you were like this growing up too, but I wanted to like make the point. It was like, whenever I was watching my favourite, players play cricket, whenever they got to like 50 or 100 or just a particular milestone, if they got there with a single or got there with a boundary and they ended on that number, like on
exactly 100,
on 100, I'd be like, please don't get out now. Like obviously when they're on 99, you're like, please don't get out now. But for me, like when they were on 100, I treated that pretty much equally to 99. I was like, don't get out on 100, get out on 101, 102, like something beyond that mark. Because for some reason in my head, it was just like, it's such a gross score to get out on. I don't know why, but like.
I suppose you get to that score and it's celebrating, and then it's the other extreme when you get out on that.
Yeah.
And it's also like, oh, how did Uzi go today? Yeah. Oh, he made 100.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what did he get? Oh no, you got 100.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. So you're saying, like we've said a couple of times already, like head down, back
mate.
to it.
Yep. Nothing stupid. Get to lunch.
Yeah. Cue the silly shots to come next ball. For those who may be watching the show, obviously the production isn't as good as last week's. You might have noticed the great man Ashwin is looking a bit awkward.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. Yeah, no, I've always had slight niggles, I think it's fair to say, and usually with the back. But I woke up funny this morning with my neck. So
we're definitely in our late 20s, aren't we?
Yeah,
you wake up after sleeping wrong.
Absolutely.
And it can ruin your whole day.
Yeah.
So bear with him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to optimize my angle here, so I don't have to, because I'm trying to decide whether I want to face you or face the screen,
or the camera as well. So there's plenty to choose from.
Well. So
I know we are doing the podcast together, so some eye contact would be nice.
Would be appreciated. Yeah.
Let's move on before that gets any weirder. So we're running it back, and cast your minds back to last week when I say this. It's part 2 of the documentary. No, I'm kidding. We're running it back through a normal week. It's a normal run it back this week. Yep. And want to take a moment to start off by saying our thoughts are with the Barassi family after the passing of Ron Jr.
Yes.
This week. A true legend. The word legend is thrown around
heaps,
a lot, and I think we can agree it's used loosely in a lot of instances, but it does sum up that man accurately. He won 6 flags with Melbourne, 4 as a coach, but his legacy is a lot more than that. It's not something we can really put into words.
Yeah,
it's what he did for the game, what he did for the growth of the game. Like, he's got a Order of Australia medal for his services to Australian rules football. I think that's right. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. So big loss to the game. Rest in peace, Ron Barassi.
Yeah, like true legend of the game, and just AFL royalty, if you can put it that way.
Yep.
One of those names that just, it's kind of synonymous with the AFL, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those, like, it's hard to see, like so many things are kind of named after him as well. Even like there's like a random park in Docklands as well. Have you?
Is there? I'm not sure. Yeah.
Ron Barassi Park, like around Docklands. But
sounds like what they'd name it. Yeah, if it's named after him. Yeah.
But yeah, true legend of the game.
Absolutely. And also, rest in peace. Big week, big week of loss for the AFL to Kevin Cowboy Neal.
Of course,
we love the Saints, and obviously that famously only won the one flag in their existence, and he was a part of that.
Yep, back in the 60s.
Yeah, 1966, long time ago.
That's a very long time ago.
But we do love the Saints, and our thoughts are with his family as well.
Yeah, both families. Yeah, absolutely.
But moving on, the semi-finals, week 2 of the finals is done and dusted.
Yep.
Plenty happened, hey?
Yeah, I'd say 2. Would you say 2 like somewhat upsets?
I'd say that the two surprise stories of the season have kept on surprising us.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, isn't it? Yeah.
So the orange team,
yes,
GWS and the Blues both made it through to a prelim.
Yep.
Having both been 14th and 15th on the ladder after round 15.
You mentioned that to me, and it baffles me still. The fact that, like, you'd have to go and, like, I haven't looked back at the run that they had. Pardon me, but the run would have been something insane.
I think Carlton made it 9 or 10 in a row, and I think the Giants were a little less than that.
Yeah.
Very, very strong second half of the season, and the timing they run pretty well. Like, they're both playing. Both teams are playing with a lot of look. Listen to us. We're being analysts again.
Yeah.
Both teams are playing with a lot of confidence, though.
That's how we get them, mate. We start 101, and we're back in the loop.
Dynasty.
Yeah. Is it dynasty or dynasty? Can you imagine that? Like, we literally do exact same, like 101 is that same episode.
Yeah, we should just mirror
just do it.
Yeah, the whole 100 the whole way through.
Infinite content.
True. I forgot what I was saying now.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
No. It's okay. It's okay. Both playing with a lot of confidence. There's a lot of 2016 dogs about the Blues.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. They've both got, I mean, we'll get to it. They've both got tough tasks ahead of them.
Yeah.
Giants play Collingwood at the MCG, and the Blues have to go up to the Gabba.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. But two very exciting stories for 2023.
Yeah.
That aren't done yet.
Correct. But on the flip side, I guess, to that, after this weekend, you've got two teams that were in the top four that have both had straight sets exits. So you've got the D's who lost to Carlton and sorry, Rich, our stats man, but Port. I don't know, to put it bluntly, shat the bed in another final series.
Yep, they did. Rich, I wrote that one. Sorry, that was me. I said that, but I said it to your face, so it can't come as a surprise.
Melbourne. Just on Melbourne, sorry, going back to Melbourne.
Yeah.
There's a stat, I think you brought this to my attention. Melbourne have not won a final at the MCG since 2018.
Yep.
Despite winning the flag.
In 2021. Yeah. It's niche.
It's I mean, obviously, if you exclude the grand final of 2021.
No, it was in Perth.
Wait, what?
That's the whole. They played the finals in Perth that year.
So they literally haven't won a final at the MCG.
That's what the stat says, mate. You literally just read the stat. There's no excluding them, mate.
I was trying to give them some credit.
No. So they beat Geelong in 2018 in an elimination, I want to say.
Yeah.
And the finals they've won since weren't at the MCG.
Because in the lead up to 2021, I remember them being in really good positions and then shitting the bed throughout the season, and then fuck.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so Melbourne and Port. And look, poor Ken Hinkley has been copping it. A few of you may be aware of how goated the GWS social media team is. They posted a bit of a clip from Barbie with Ken Hinkley over the "I'm Just Ken" song.
Yep.
Quite funny. I think very, very good content.
I never realised that they were quite obviously because I'm not on socials, but you brought it to my attention that they're definitely the best, probably.
Absolutely. If there was, I don't know if we're getting ahead of ourselves. I don't know if
true,
it's what we do,
yeah,
but if there was an award for the best social media team,
yeah. I don't know.
It'd go the Giants, but just on Hinkley, if I could for a sec.
Yeah.
As is the case with fans' feelings towards their team's head coach, it's a vicious cycle, isn't it?
Oh, just ups and downs, roller coaster. Of course, mate. Of course, I've experienced it at North as well. So it's very much everyone's sort of optimistic, and then we need to start fresh, and then we're optimistic, and absolutely.
And you often look for someone to blame.
Yep.
Yeah. So just staying with Hinkley, I guess. There was fans calling for his head when they last lost in the finals, and then when they went in that, was it 13 wins in a row, that winning streak?
Yep.
Earlier in the season, there was fans calling to re-sign him, and now that they've lost in the finals again, I'm sure they're going to want him out again. So we thought this week that we'd get out in front of it and help out Ken Hinkley and any other coach that feels that they may benefit from this advice.
Yeah.
And this advice being claiming that it's all part of a bigger plan.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through some phrases, some ideas for how you can portray that it's all under control. It's going exactly how you meant it. Yep. Ken and any other coach.
To anyone. Yeah.
Did you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll start us off. So one sort of phrase that you could say, or a sentence, I guess, to make it seem like you're in control of the situation. It's all part of the plan. You could say, we strategically let the flag slip away this time to test our players' resilience. Adversity builds character, after all.
It's good. It's good.
You know, everyone likes that idea of earning something.
You know, going through the journey.
It's all part of the journey, right? So it you know, it's hard to argue with that, mate. You've got to build resilience. You got to lay down a strong foundation. So yeah.
Yeah, you think about the youngsters that have won a flag at the top level in their first year or two.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want them thinking that that's normal.
Yeah.
You don't want them taking it for granted, like it's almost their right to win a flag. So putting them through that adversity and putting them through the pain, you know, really, really make them appreciate it more, right?
You earn it, you know?
Absolutely.
You earn it, and then you're more sort of attached to it that way. You know?
I think so. Yeah.
You don't just join a club and then just win the flag straight away, or some people do, but you know, you just don't appreciate it as much.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Well, I'm that one's got me convinced. That one's got me convinced. You could say, we were actually conducting a social experiment to see how fans would react to their team intentionally not winning. It's all about psychology and fan engagement.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So it's
another strong statement.
It is. It's very strong. Ethical. Yeah, I guess it's somewhat ethical.
It's not for us to say.
Yeah, that's true.
Happy to put our hands up and say, not our problem. It's not my job.
It's not my job.
Throw back to Ashford Easy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you remembered that. What up?
The
reference. Yeah.
But if we consider Port Adelaide again and Port Ken,
he's just Ken.
Yeah, he's just Ken.
He is enough. He might not be. I don't know. We'll find out in time to come.
If we were to consider Port Adelaide again, they're really wanting to test the never tear us apart. You know, you gotta test it out.
Yeah.
With this social experiment, if you will.
It's a good opportunity to track membership numbers as well. To see who's stuck by you when you were down.
Yeah, that's true actually. And then sort of look at, these people are the real, you know, the diehard. They're never going to be torn apart from us, sort of thing.
Torn apart from us? Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Because they keep being torn apart in the finals.
Yeah, being torn apart is one thing, but being torn apart from us. That's the other thing.
I'm so glad Geelong finally won a flag after shitting the bed for so many years in the finals.
All right, another one. You could say, as the coaching staff, as a club, you could say, you know, we're taking a page from Sun Tzu's The Art of War. Right? You know, it famously stated in that novel, you know, sometimes you've got to lose the battle to win the war. Right?
Yep. Yeah. So, quite a famous quote.
So, you know, sometimes you've got to, you know, retreat, lose a final, and aim for a three-peat down the track.
Oh, claim that it's coming. Claim that the timing's not right.
Yeah. This is just a little battle in part in part of a big war.
Yep. Yeah. That's not as strong a statement as the other two.
No, I don't know. I mean, a few people. It's a very famous book, mate. So,
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
If anyone's read the book, I'm sure they'd get on board.
Have you read the book?
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I have. I like it how you didn't even believe it just for a second. I appreciate that. No, I appreciate it. I'll move on to another one.
Yep.
For the coaches to consider. You could say we wanted to give our competitors a taste of victory.
Okay.
To motivate them, even to motivate them. I'm going to start that one again. Start that one again. So it's our second episode in about a month.
No, it's refresh.
So, so we're shit all over again.
Yeah.
We wanted to give our competitors a taste of victory to motivate them to work even harder next season. We're all about elevating the league. So this one, you could look at it a couple of different ways. This could be the strongest statement of the lot.
Yep.
Because it seems very big picture.
Yeah.
Like it seems like it goes all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Like AFL House are involved in this.
Yeah, I like this one. This has got AFL Conspiracy written all over it.
I think it does.
Yep.
We've never really touched on conspiracies before, have we?
Conspiracy theories within the AFL?
Just in general.
I feel like we've come up with a few of our own without admitting it. But
I think it's best if we continue to not admit it.
Yeah. Sorry, we haven't. No, we haven't. But I really like that one. Yeah.
It's just, what do you reckon some of the motives would be? Because it's a numbers game, isn't it?
Yeah.
All the AFL care about is money and growing the game.
Right, growing the game.
Yeah. If you're increasing the skill level
of everyone in the league, you want everyone to be at a certain level, so you've got a lot of healthy competition. Plenty of fans from all teams involved and engaged in the game too. So
that can't not benefit the AFL.
Yeah,
it's a bold call to out yourself as being involved in such a conspiracy. It just depends on the adversity you're facing from the fans, right?
Yeah. I mean, like after a while, if you're sick of it, sometimes you can just you might have had enough, and you're like, you know what, time to come clean.
So if you've won 2 finals in 9 years, you reckon you've had enough? He's enough. He is enough. Oh dear.
Okay, another one here. I can't say I know Ken Hinckley too well. Right?
Okay. He's just Ken.
He is. He's it's not that deep, bro. I can't say I know Ken. But I'm just
Ken.
I'm just saying, maybe he's quite superstitious, right? There's a possibility.
Yeah, okay.
He's quite superstitious, and he doesn't want to win the flag. He doesn't want Port to win the flag until it's the year of the dragon.
Oh, okay.
In the Chinese, in the lunar calendar. So this year's the year of the rabbit. So
that might have some legs to it, because
you reckon? Yeah.
Port played in China, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah,
they did with the Suns.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't. I didn't click. I didn't clock that at all.
He's picked up some kind of cultural inspiration.
Yep.
And gone, nah. The timing ain't right.
Yeah. So he wants it in the year of the dragon, and but yeah, but he's got to be careful because he doesn't want to miss that, because the year after is the year of the snake, and that's considered the.
That's bad, is it?
That's considered bad.
Right.
So
okay.
I reckon aiming for the year of the dragon. Ken?
When was the last year of the dragon? Do you know when the next one is?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's in a couple of years, I think.
Couple of years. Ooh,
in a couple of years.
Couple of years. Well, that'll line
3 or
up
4 years or so.
That'll line up perfectly, I think.
With Port.
Yeah, well, because what they've gone on record is just to say they wanted to win 3 flags in 5 years.
Have they said that?
And they've just hit the 5-year mark. So, yeah, it's lined up perfectly. It's a lot more roasting Port Adelaide than I initially thought.
We're defending them.
So we are. Yeah. So there's all these ideas you can arm yourselves with.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll give you one more. You could say that we wanted to give the flag to another team this year as an act of goodwill.
Right.
Now they owe us a favour in return.
Ah, right. Okay. So it's almost like a goodwill, like good karma, like what goes around comes around, sort of thing.
Karma, blackmail.
Yeah.
Two very different outlooks on it.
I'm just imagining like playing in a final series and then like shaking hands at the end and being like, "Congrats, looking forward to next year when you pays back."
It pays back, yeah. I mean, that's another one that kind of that'd have to go all the way to the top as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But in terms of giving the another team the chance to taste success, I hope that they owe us one.
Yeah,
still waiting for Beaconsfield, Doveton, or Fountain Gate to help the Pels out with that. Come on, we've been more than generous enough.
Goodwill.
Where's that good karma coming? Send some of it our way. We're on a cricketing gap here right now, but we're gearing up for a massive 24-25 season.
Alrighty, so getting forward now, we've spent Run It Back sort of helping our mate Rich and Port Adelaide.
And Ken.
He is
Ken off.
He's Ken. Helping with everything. But we're going to shift now to the teams that are left.
Of course, yeah.
Right, we've got the prelims this weekend and the granny the weekend after. So, getting forward, let's do our quick predictions for the prelim in Brownlow, I guess.
Oh yeah, true. Brownlow would be Monday, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Before we record the next episode. So
see, we're a footy podcast. We know this stuff. So prelim. So we got Collingwood GWS on the Friday.
Yep.
And Brisbane Carlton on the Saturday.
Yep.
That's a twilight. It's a 5:10 game on a Saturday. It's odd. Don't know about that, but we're not really involved in the fixture decisions, are we? So
no.
Fair enough. A part of me wants to see a Collingwood Carlton grand final.
Yep.
Because I don't think the city of Melbourne would be able to handle it.
Like, it's just too much.
Yeah.
It would be insane.
Parts of the city had burned down. Like I could see that happening. I'm sure. Would you agree? No.
Yeah, particularly due to the fact that Collingwood and Carlton, like proximity-wise, location-wise, are right next to each other.
Yep.
In Melbourne.
Yep.
I think that, like, like Lonsdale Street. It's just like, I can see something. It would definitely. Yeah. It would be massive.
Mm. And we've mentioned the Giants and the Blues are playing with a lot of confidence at the moment.
Yep.
We have said all year that Collingwood are the team to beat.
Yeah.
And Brisbane haven't lost up at the Gabba yet.
Yep.
It's probably going to be Collingwood-Brisbane.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm going to go with a surprise sort of pick, I think.
Right. Are you?
I think GWS have been, like, their form as of late has been like red hot. Mm-hmm. And I think they're going to surprise Collingwood in the same way they surprised them a couple of years ago, was it?
2019 prelim.
So I think it'll be GWS Brisbane, I think, which is
the AFL's worst nightmare.
Pretty much of AFL's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Because I really want the Blues to win. So
yeah,
I think it's going to be GWS Brisbane, but we'll see what happens.
Brownlow?
Brownlow.
I'll go the Bond.
The Bond.
The Bond.
It's got to be Dacos, I reckon.
I was going to say you had to double down with that because you said it
in my leg, right?
Your finals leg?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nah, Dacos, mate, all the way.
Genuine footy podcast.
Switch on.
So switching on, there is no prizes up for grabs this week.
Bummer.
Yeah, I know. I should have arranged some more signed photos of Joel Selwood and Billy Slater.
Your throwing was really good, by the way.
Throwing the stubbies. There was a couple of good spirals, wasn't there?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously the one that hit Bino in the head was...
And there was another one that hit a projector.
The projector, that's right.
Okay, so it wasn't that good then, was it?
But no, all the other ones, I was like, looking back at the video, because I was lining it up and stuff with the shots and everything, I was like, oh, that's not bad.
I didn't realise till after we watched it back, you didn't give any prizes out.
No.
Why did we make it that I was giving them all out?
I don't know. Actually, I don't think we discussed it or really spoke about it.
I don't think we did.
Yeah.
I don't think we did. So yeah, no prizes this week, and this isn't for you guys in the audience because there's no one there. It's just the other side of the room.
Yep.
So these ones are for you because you're the only one listening at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Question 1: if the conspiracy theory about the AFL, tampering with games to elevate the whole league, is actually true.
Yep.
What do you think their code name for it would be? In AFL HQ, AFL House, whatever you call it, what would they internally refer to it as? What would be the code name?
Four.
Man said 4. And we're back to silence while he's thinking. So,
something about it's like you want equity, like you want everyone I don't know, protocol equity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Operation Equalization.
Did we do an episode on this shit? I feel like we did. Buzzwords. We did something on buzzwords.
Yeah,
right?
we actually did. Yeah, we did.
It's a blur, mate. You're right. It's all a blur.
It is all a blur. No, we're starting fresh. Yeah. 101.
Yeah.
9 the Fox. Don't know where that came from. Question 2. I just have the 2 for you.
Yep.
This is the second one because you just heard the first one. Would you rather Adam Simpson's coaching career, where you've had some of the worst years ever, but you've won a flag at some point along the way?
Yeah.
Or Ross Lyon's coaching career, where there's yet to be any premiership success.
Yeah.
Yet. We love the Saints.
Yeah.
But you're often regarded as one of the great coaches. Obviously, this has all come from Ken Hinkley.
Yeah.
So not that much of a reach, this question, I don't think.
Yeah.
He's enough.
I'd probably say Ross Lyon.
You'd say Ross Lyon?
I think so. Yeah. Just with that level, obviously it's hard if you haven't won.
Mm.
But I think it's similar to that question that we did a switch on question ages ago. One of the early episodes where it was like we were like, would you rather win a Brownlow but never win a Brownlow and never win a flag or something like that?
Was early on.
Or like win a flag as like a junior, like in your first year or something, but never be a really good player or anything. And I'm pretty sure I said Brownlow but not win a flag. I don't know what episode that was from.
You remember a lot more of the show than I thought you did.
Really?
Yeah, I do remember that. You've taken me back.
Yeah, so
that makes sense.
Yeah, in line with that, I think I'd go with Ross Lyon. Just a more consistent, a better, not to say that Adam Simpson's coaching career has been horrible by any means, but it's fair to say that Ross Lyon's had a more consistent coaching career, I think. So I'd take that.
Cool. Nice.
Yourself?
I mean, I'll say Adam Simpson just to play devil's advocate. The whole point is to win a flag at some point.
Yeah.
And he did that.
Fair.
But I also 100% agree with what you're saying.
All right, my 2 questions for you. Question 1. This goes back to the AFL conspiracy, actually.
Ooh, love a conspiracy.
Goes all the way to the top, right? So let's say, the AFL is in charge of, the AFL is in charge, mate. The AFL is in charge.
They are in charge, yeah.
The new Tassie team that's coming along, right? in.
You reckon the AFL are involved in that somehow?
I've just got sources.
Fuck, we've cracked this case wide open.
I think they come on. Was it 2027 or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
I think
so.
Maybe.
As with all new teams, I think when GWS came along, when Gold Coast came along, there's this idea of, as the AFL, you want to help them out pretty early on. You don't want them to be shit.
Oh, the high draft picks.
Yeah, high draft picks, this and that. You want it to be pretty competitive to elevate the league.
It's all connected.
Yeah. But you also don't want them to win, a flag in their first year or second year, because that's ridiculous, and the whole league will be in uproar. So my question to you is, if you are the AFL collectively and you're involved in this new Tassie team, what is the ideal timing for this new team to win the flag? If they come in 2027, what's the right amount of years they need to be in the league for to be like, for everyone in the AFL to be like, oh yeah, that's okay. Like that, they're not going to be up in arms about it.
I actually have an answer for you.
Really?
Yep. 7 years.
7 years?
7 years. Do you want to know why?
Yes.
It took Adelaide 7 years to win their first flag, and it took GWS 7 years to make their first grand final.
Really? Both?
Yep. Maybe more. I didn't go back and look at any of the other ones. I just looked it up just then.
Wow.
I knew that GWS was 7 years. I wasn't sure about Adelaide. I thought it was the same.
This does go all the way to the top, mate.
Yeah.
Operation. It's not Operation Equity. It's Operation 7. It's all part of the. It's all part of the plan.
That was a pretty good Joker impression.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Question 2. Who is the better mastermind? Speaking of the Joker, who is the better mastermind? The Joker from The Dark Knight or Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes?
As in from the TV show Sherlock?
From the TV show Sherlock.
Okay.
Both very smart villains.
Very smart.
Both very calculated, ahead of the curve.
Yeah. I'd say both chaotic as well.
Yes.
But I reckon, without spending too much time sitting in silence and umming and ahhing about it, I'm probably going to say Moriarty.
Yep.
Just because I'd say that it was a different kind of chaos.
Yeah.
To the Joker.
Yep.
It seemed like a more calculated chaos.
Yeah, more calculated. Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I'd probably go with Moriarty too. I think the Joker's a lot more calculated than he says. And he's like, oh, I'm just chaotic. I don't think about anything. And he does.
Yeah.
That's his thing. But I still think Moriarty's more like the layers to it throughout the entire series of Sherlock.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah. Let's not, nothing against the Joker. He is still Knuff. Like,
money.
Alrighty, time for my mate's multi. So, for those of you that attended the live show or watched it online, we did have 3 legs each for the entire final series as a whole. So we won't go through those because the final series are not over, despite our legs pretty much all failing, I think.
Yeah, our multis definitely haven't got up. I don't even know if there's any legs that are still in.
Yeah.
Even the ones that our listeners submitted, I don't know if any of them are still in. We'll have to go through and double check that after the grand final. So we'll come back to those.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a multi for the prelims, right?
Yes.
For prelim week.
Prelims and Brownlow. For this week ahead. So my legs for this week, leg 1, third place in the Brownlow medal count will be from a team with blue in the colours. All right? Leg 2, the crowd attendance at the Collingwood versus GWS prelim will be more than double the crowd attendance at the Brisbane versus Carlton prelim. And leg 3, someone who is to play in this year's grand final, like sort of scheduled to play, like you'd assume is going to play, will be reported this week.
Lovely. All right, my legs for this week. Leg 1, at least 5 players will poll 26 votes or higher on Brownlow night. Leg 2, the combined margin of the prelims will be less than last year's.
Okay.
And leg 3, at least half the teams will score more behinds than goals.
Oof.
Bit of inaccuracy. It cost a couple of teams already in the finals.
Yep.
And I reckon there might be a bit more of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for episode 101. That's the first page on this fresh canvas. Doesn't work. Canvases don't have pages, but you get what I'm trying to say. For those watching on YouTube, you might be able to, you've probably noticed that Ashwin's given up on holding his neck in a certain way, so he's just sort of lying there, trying not to be in too much pain.
I can still talk.
He can still talk.
I'm not sure how loud I need to be, given that I'm slightly further away from the microphone. But I feel like I'm overcompensating right now.
You don't look too bad in the sound waves. I'm sure I'll hear it when I go through the audio. I don't have much prepared in terms of an outro. Let's enjoy the prelims. Let's enjoy the Brownlow.
Yep.
And everyone, hopefully you all sleep well and don't wake up with a bad neck, because it really affects your day. It's one of those things, your back and your neck, if they're sore,
Yep.
It really, really affects your whole day. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Ashwin's sort of still with us. Do you want to try and sign it off, Matt?
Yeah, it might be slightly louder than usual or slightly softer than usual. But anyhow, keep kicking goals.